Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Today we are gonna be playing Stanley Parable. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I adjusted all the game settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? It's just what I do like a day job. I'm late? Shut the hell up. I'm not late. I only started the broadcast. I don't set the time when it starts. Anyways, what's up? Okay, Octas, Robot Wong. And now the job is over. There are no more information for me to gather. I collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you, and you don't know me, and neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. I'm not reading all this. Anyways, what's up guys? Welcome to Stanley Parable. This is my stream. This stream is gonna be short because in like 4-5 hours I'm gonna be doing a 8-hour Minecraft stream, so that's gonna be fun. Hold on, let me just... Oh hell nah, not for that much. Begin the game. Let's see guys. Click to skip. Hey, I hate Mondays. Hell yeah. Do I have to leave this room, or can I stay in here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
How about no?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I can find them. Guys, let me find them. I know I'm missing some interesting places in this game. Oh, bucket.
Everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Look at this window. Is there something outside the windows? Come on. There has to be something. Okay. Gonna stop every single... Huh.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
I'm gonna find something. Trust me. There has to be something. Come on, there is probably something hidden in here.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Hey, shut the hell up. There has to be something. This cannot be everything. Ain't no way. Hey, I want to go to that door. Let me into that door. No. I want to go through that door. No. I'm gonna click on every single door. You never know if there's something behind it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Okay.
and entered the door on his left.
No. Can I close it? Well, okay. Come on, let me through one of these doors. Okay. You're doing that on purpose.
Still no one was here. Stanley
Okay.
needed the bucket's warmth and comfort
Nothing?
more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
How the hell is there nothing in here? Like, ooh, I like this room.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
How about no? I want to stay in there. Oh, come on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
No.
upstairs to the boss's office.
No. I will not be walking upstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
Come on.
had he taken that risk?
Run.
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss
Hold on a minute.
something occurred to
I
Stanley.
feel like I was already here.
Himself, maybe
1, 2, P4. Okay.
He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
This seems familiar.
He felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
It's a normal bucket?
How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
How?
Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence.
Bro, no. I want my bucket.
Now he noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground.
What?
He exclaimed.
How am I floating?
Truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Bucket?
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
I'm coming for it.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them
Holy hell.
None of them were.
Those are not my buckets.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
I'm coming.
He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity.
Wait.
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Holy hell.
The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Stop lying.
Painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
What? What the hell you mean?
This is the story of a woman named Marianne.
Okay. Come on. Okay, Mariella. I'm waiting.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Okay.
She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security,
Really?
to her place of work.
Hey.
On this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What the
Right
hell?
away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how
What's up, Robowonk?
was an illusion and
Do not have to
video
put so many
it could all have been
emojis.
if only he'd taken his
Also, Robot Wong, if you would like, subscribe, like, and join the Discord server. I'm gonna be streaming Minecraft for 8 hours today, so be ready for that. Okay, stop spamming emojis, come on. Do you have anything better to do?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked.
Shut the hell up.
And then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched
I'm gonna stay here.
Chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna be choosing. What the hell you mean no? Come on, man. Don't make me even more insane. This is already insane enough. Also, how long do I have to be in here? Whoa. 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 Oh. Oh. Haha. Bro, thought. Bro, imagine if I went in there. Imagine. Hold on. The hell you mean 6 hours? Don't tell me I have to wait in here 6 hours. Oh hell nah. Let's see. Which way do I go? I'm gonna go.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had
Well, not my problem.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Ah,
Turned out
yes.
to be correct. Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
It is
How
better.
insightful the bucket turned out to be.
It is 100% better. I'm gonna just close this door and stay in here because it's so good.
Here with the bucket was a grand adventure.
Yeah,
Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together.
true.
Walking through the door on the right. Then
Okay, shut the hell up.
Then
There's
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
bucket wasn't wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
How about no? Actually, maybe yes.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No, thank you very much. I'm gonna go down. Sorry. I got no idea how many endings there are.
Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here.
Outcomes.
You'll find this place eventually.
Whoa.
See, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Why?
We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Why?
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
It's just
They're the
sequel?
ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game.
Yeah?
Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
Okay.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel.
Okay.
They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
Okay.
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another
Okay.
story involving the
Yes.
Adventure Line?
Actually,
The
yes.
Adventure Line goes somewhere new. Yes,
Oh.
yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Let's go. Oh, hell yeah.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is.
That
about.
was
Don't
hella
you remember
good.
all those great
Oh.
jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I do not remember that
It's
line.
as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Give something up?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand
Oh
new...
no.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Ooh.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character.
The hell you mean Wi-Fi bad?
To me, it already
Your
feels
Wi-Fi
like
is
being
bad.
part of the cast all
Oh.
over. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the bucket destroyer does?
Destroys buckets?
Spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Which button?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't
Okay.
know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
How the hell do I insert it?
Singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
Can I drop it?
If you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet?
Yeah, the stream is delayed, sorry.
The fans will be clamoring for after this.
It just is like that.
Bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer.
Okay, how...
Crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they
Okay, I want to drop it. Okay. That is not my fault. Fully not my fault. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Can I skip?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Goodbye.
The moment in time that you were here,
I'm gonna cry.
you were magnificent.
Magnificent. Holy shit, that is sad. Anyways, can I go? Damn, fade into black. That was crazy. That one was crazy.
All of his co-workers
I will not be taking my bucket this time.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I don't need a bucket. It doesn't take 5 months.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
The delay is like 10
He wanted to
seconds.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Even if I could do the delay that I don't know how to do.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
For real, I'm gonna go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance.
Let's see what's down here.
Ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
I know I was here with the bucket, but without the bucket, something different is gonna happen.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Which way?
from here it's, left.
Can I go the other way? Nope, only this way.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay, you are trolling me.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Okay, this is
What
trolling.
was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Bro, come on, man.
Now, let's
Stop
see.
trolling me.
Down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Really? Doesn't look like it.
No.
Oh.
It's supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. we just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
No.
Story completely unusable.
No.
Rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
This time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
I'm gonna do the same. Maybe there's a secret.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
My bucket is missing.
When Stanley...
Hold on.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. I trust it's this way. Actually, I do not like this way. I trust it being this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. And just go straight ahead. Not like I'm gonna end up at the same place again. Right?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, come on.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could they mean?
Stanley decided to go
Okay, my bucket is still not here.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
No way.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
No way. There's no way. It couldn't be this way.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay.
Wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What the hell?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Where the hell am I?
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Let's go, guys! We won!
A lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
We won!
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all.
What?
We both know you didn't put in any
No, I did.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
No.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, oh, come on, man.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
What if I don't follow it?
How simple is that?
I will not be following it.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
No, I'm gonna not follow the line. Thank you very much. Why would I follow the line? What did the line do to me? How could I trust a line? Hold on, I'm stuck. Begin the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, I'm out.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Yeah?
But then he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design.
It was part
He
of
then
the
gave
game
the
design.
insightful and witty commentary for the nature of
The game
narration
is
and
very
its
smart.
examination of structural
Yeah.
narrative tropes.
And
So,
that.
now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place?
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
take a minute just to drink it all in.
Okay.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag?
No. Can I?
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue.
Okay.
But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
No.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit the
No.
answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the
No.
first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
No.
This whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration?
50 years.
Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
No.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
I don't know. I haven't played the other one.
Continue on your first playthrough how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Okay.
Now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Will something happen? I'm gonna wait 5 minutes. Maybe something happens. Maybe something happens. I am starting to get sick of this gag. How can I leave? Hold on. How the hell do I leave? I begin the game again. What? Hold on.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace.
Where the hell am I?
Delicate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Hold on. How the hell did I get here? Shouldn't be starting from here, right? Weird.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Okay.
Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hold on. Nothing. Hey, a toilet. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Yeah. You sent me something? I do not like that. Oh, hell no. Why the hell did you send me like 50 videos? Oh, hell, bro. I'm not watching all of those. Come on, man. Hey. Where am I? Let's go. Maybe this is my music. Do 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 do. Hey, bum 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 bum. Why will I not watch it? Because it's like 50 videos. Maybe later.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence.
Yeah, same.
Even now, in his darkest of hours,
Okay.
would the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
Yeah.
The bucket would.
Okay, shut the hell up, man.
The two of them were inseparable.
Come on.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
I
Nor in the midst
noticed.
of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Haha.
Was it that the bucket knew?
Imagine.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Whoa. Hold on, there's something right here. Nope, there is nothing there. I sent 20 videos, not 50 videos. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I didn't look at them that much.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
No, what will
It
be
was
there?
all Stanley could do to keep himself together.
No.
The bucket.
Yeah, bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him,
A bucket.
reassuring that in this darkest moment
Yeah,
of
bucket.
uncertainty, he would be all right.
Yeah.
It is here for you, Stanley.
Okay.
Everything will be fine.
Thank. Oh, that was not good.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large
I already did that one.
facility.
So let's go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
No. You won't dare to do that to me, right?
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Okay, shut the hell up,
At
man.
this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
How would I know it's painful death? You're lying. You're lying.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise,
Could you
Stanley
not?
reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
Yeah.
Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying the Farewell, Stanley.
No, thank you. Oh. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
What the
Stanley and
hell?
were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
What the hell was that?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way.
Oh, come on.
Stood above the rest.
I don't like
It
women.
was a glorious bucket to behold.
Ew, woman. Bucket exhibit. Bruh.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim
Okay,
it for his
shut the
own?
hell up.
Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than
This
Stanley
game
has
has so
ever been
much.
in his short life?
Holy hell.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. Well, a new bucket for me.
But there is something we can do.
Yeah?
Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game.
No.
Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket.
No. I'm gonna reset the game. Loser.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hold
No
on.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Well, I'm back.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game.
It was part of the game design all along.
Insightful and witty commentary.
Witty commentaries for sure.
And its examination of structural.
Yeah.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place?
Yeah, it is
Why
unique.
don't we take a minute just to drink it?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then.
No.
Now would also be an appropriate time.
No.
Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are
Just restart the game,
I'm enjoying what
bitches.
seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and
Okay.
see how long you can maintain.
Okay. That is good song.
There once was a man named
Stanley, who people consider so manly.
but the truth
Those must be told. He was not very old. Was quite gangly. And most persons, he pushed them like a kind of glutton, and did all day in a meaningful way. His brain had a long ceased function, which was terrible. Hey, Parable, that's like Stanley Parable. Holy hell.
And keep playing along, you too.
Be quite horrible. Yes.
You too.
It will become quite unbearable. Holy shit. Wow. That was... Okay. It didn't end. Honestly, this song makes me want to kill myself. Come on, man. He's doing that on purpose now. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. If there was something to look at, this looks like being in an insane asylum. Da 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 do 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 There must be something at the end. Come on. Okay. The song changed. Okay. Okay. Anything? Anything? Hold on. The song stopped. Those look like eyes that follow me. Can you see it? It's literally eyes that follow me. That is funny. That is scary, actually. I feel like this is probably the end. But my question is, what would happen if I went with the bucket?
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Ah,
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
okay.
We've done it.
Different.
Escape from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
reveal to you my true self.
True self?
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history.
What?
Of the countless wars it witnessed.
What?
Desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans.
What?
And the bucket's own complicity therein. Of
What?
sadness and regret. And the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption.
What
and
the
its
hell?
ability to uplift the stock of life for the common man. To manifest justice
Okay,
where
bro.
none existed. And the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration.
I can see myself in the bucket.
The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself.
Yeah.
Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness.
I'm gonna
with a
cry.
clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley. What are you talking about? He screamed. You're a
What?
bucket!
You are
To this,
bucket?
the bucket furrowed its brow.
What, bro?
No, said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from
What
his
the
treasure vault.
hell?
I was young back then and could not conceive the ramification. No! Stanley screamed even louder this time. This is stupid! You are a bucket!
You are a bucket.
This is
So
so stupid!
stupid.
Why are you even doing this?
Why are we?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power.
Okay,
Its
where?
wings glistening like
Okay, what the hell? Did I get killed right now?
Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket.
Oh.
Recall you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
What the
Otherwise, you
hell?
would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power.
Not
And
the
speechless.
bucket.
You've demonstrated such bravery here
Not
today.
the
Come,
bucket.
let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
I feel like I should probably go with the bucket again. What?
All of his co-workers were
Oh.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, surely not.
Where the hell am I?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No. I will enter the door on my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
No.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
Was it? No, never mind.
The bucket was wrong. Yeah.
Stanley took the door on his left
No.
to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Mm,
Question why or how this bucket was
mm,
It should have alarmed him, of course.
I'm gonna have to pass.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I am not gonna listen to anyone. Not the bucket. Not you. I'm gonna do what I want.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a
What?
sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Where?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket?
Oh.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. Let's see.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Okay.
Is this a bucket?
Yes. What?
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket,
Okay.
not an actual bucket.
Okay. That is a actual bucket.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay, bro. This is a real bucket.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This.
Okay. Can I go back? I'm gonna go back real quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for... Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was
I'm gonna speedrun this.
room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket was wrong, yeah.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting.
No.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
I can do the quiz. I'm
Now
telling
ride the
you.
lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
I can do the quiz.
Did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. There's a sign right there.
Let's wait.
No buckets past this point.
Guys, I need your help to tell me what is a bucket or isn't.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
Yeah?
Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game.
Yeah.
Addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
A bucket is a container for stuff. So,
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll
Okay,
tell me
guys.
whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
I need your help.
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know.
Actually,
about
not
what
with
is
these
or
first
is
ones.
not a bucket.
Because
Okay, let's begin.
this is a hologram. That is not a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
No, that is a hologram.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket.
Yeah.
An apple bucket.
This is a
Item 2.
not bucket.
Is this
That is 3D printed.
correct? It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
That is a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Okay, now I need help.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Is this a bucket, guy? Is this a bucket? Look up the stuff. Is this a bucket? No, okay.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
Okay,
To be
okay.
honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot.
The hell you mean yes? It's a no. Oh, you are just saying to the future? Is this a yes? Probably yeah.
Is this a bucket?
Makes sense. Yes, that is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
No clip. What no clip?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Is this a bucket? Is this last one, or I don't know if it's last. Is this one a bucket? Is this one a bucket? Please tell me in chat right now. No? Okay, I trust you.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
The hell you mean both? I cannot choose both.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Yes or no? Is this a yes? I got no idea. Should I do yes or no? Yeah, robot. Robot. What should I do? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Both? How can I do both? Which one? Can I do both?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here.
Bruh.
I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game.
No.
Okay, here we go.
He just deleted everything. I just know.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. My God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
What?
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
No.
We'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
Okay. Well, what now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Bro,
simply
this is too confusing.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the
Okay,
meeting
shut the
room.
hell up.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge...
You know
was
what
simply
I'm
the
gonna
place
do
to
this
be.
round,
And
guys?
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
You know,
Never mind. The bucket was
because
wrong.
I do,
Stanley took the door on
and
his
it's
left
called
to go back to the meeting room.
getting myself killed.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
Yeah,
So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's
yeah.
bosoms. How deeply touching.
How deeply touching. That was everything. Well, I didn't expect that.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Now this, Stanley thought to himself,
This is a bucket.
And indeed it was.
And indeed it was.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
I'm
chest
clutching
and made his way
this
to the meeting room.
bucket.
Stanley had felt the
Bucket is not calling to
telling
me.
him that the
It's not
employee
real.
lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to
No.
be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Bucket hasn't spoken to me, so I get...
Here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
No, I will not trust the bucket. Oh no.
Now pick up the...
Who's on the phone?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
It can.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders.
It does.
Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
No.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object?
Shut up.
I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a
Oh,
different
okay.
location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
And he listened. Maybe I can change it. I have to take him.
You see, he's not listening.
I
He's
I
still
was.
taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted.
I never
Now
listened
all
to
he
you,
cares about
man.
is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
You gave me the bucket.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Nice shine to it.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. Oh no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
Oh no.
It has to say, do anything it asks. What's wrong? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
Hell no.
Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
That was scary.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Something weird with the computers. What is this? How does this work?
Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes. I love that bucket.
Shut the hell up. How does that work? Actually, I don't want to grab the bucket. Can I put him down? Hold on. Begin again. Begin again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Gone.
Decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did he say gone 2 times?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
Oh, could you shut the hell up, please?
Stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
And here it was, the lounge.
I'm going further.
Back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I won't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
For real.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You are.
I realize, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yes.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am. I am powerful. What do you mean? Bro, come on.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Shut the hell up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah,
It was okay.
it was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No! Bro, come on.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No.
Feeling a wave
Really?
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
Maybe I am crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. Rubber room. Rubber room with rats.
To make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
What?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
What?
For that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange.
What?
This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
All a dream.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up
For
soon.
real.
I have to go back to my boring real-life job.
Boring real life job.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much
Oh my god.
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
That's true. Why?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
What?
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
How could it be?
Was Stanley simply deceiving
That
himself,
is so?
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Whoa.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yeah.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
It is a
The voice
dream.
actually float and make the magical stars just a moment ago. How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he
I will
was
prove
in
it.
control.
Yes, I am
This
in
was
control.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket. on
Yeah,
his skin,
I can feel it.
the press of the mattress on his back,
Sleep.
the fresh air of a world outside his home. Let me wake up.
Let me
he thought
wake
to
up.
himself. I'm through with this dream. I want
Yeah.
it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
Yeah.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, It's all I want.
It's all I
I
want.
want my apartment
Um,
and my wife.
you have a
my dog.
wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Hey.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Yeah.
I must be real.
I am real.
Can anyone hear my voice?
I'm real.
Who am I? And everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Let's see.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look
Yeah,
like.
same.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Same.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Oh, really?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career.
Damn.
By extension, the rest of her life. She
Damn.
had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That's kinda sad. What the?
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along.
Yeah.
I got what I wanted.
I got what I wanted. Surname access. No, thank you. Oh my god.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No trace for my co-workers. Very sad.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting.
It wasn't?
Perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business,
Yeah,
Stanley took the first
sorry
open
to
door.
say this, but I'm not gonna take that door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Shut the hell up, please.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
No.
you all this time.
No, stop lying.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Yeah,
for others?
zero.
That convinced that I want something bad to
Yeah.
happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you. To show you
Stop
something
lying.
beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I do not trust a single
Now
word.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Good luck in school, my guy.
All this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just
No, we wouldn't.
And I
Wouldn't be.
well, I think I have a solution.
No,
Here, let me show you.
no. I do not trust that. Okay, I have to. What is this?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Hmm?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh my
If I
goodness.
just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel
Actually,
happy.
yeah, same. I feel happy. If I would say this is probably the best time to end. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like and subscribe. Join the Discord. And I'm gonna be here for like another 4 hours in this game, looking at this beautiful scenery. Bye bye.